back to another video. I know it is a day late, it is Wednesday, but I had some things come up yesterday that I just couldn't get around to doing a lesson. So getting right back at it with a brand new song for you guys. This one we're going to be covering is from the latest or first EP release from a band South of Eden, who used to be Black Coffee. And this is their title song of the album, The Talk. If you guys haven't checked out this album already, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's only 4 songs because it is an EP, but it's definitely well worth your time. These guys, they created an awesome first EP in my opinion, and really happy to see and future rock and roll is alive and well. So yeah, good things to come from these guys in the future. Definitely go check them out. And yeah, let's get right into this. So we are in half step down standard tuning, so same as any other South of Eden song so far, or like Dirty Honey tuning, slash tuning, call it what you want. Getting right into it. The main riff, not too hard. So you're gonna go 2nd fret on the A string, open A, 2nd fret on the A, D, open D, and then 2nd fret D string, you're gonna do a whole bend, and then back to open D, and then 2nd fret D string, and then you're gonna play 2nd fret D string, 2nd fret A string, and the E, so that power chord right there, and you're gonna use your first finger to mute the G string. So down, down, and then on the upstroke, you're gonna play the E string and the B string, making sure that G is muted because you don't want to hear that. So that's 2 times through. Now you're gonna go G chord, D power chord, so it's a D major chord without the E string on 2nd fret, and then an A power chord. And then you're going to hear the bass riff come in, and it's going to be longer than you might anticipate, some of you, and this one caught me a few times, so if you don't get it the first time, don't feel discouraged, because it's not easy as far as timing wise goes. So like when I initially heard it, I thought it was going to be but it goes longer, so instead of it goes, and that caught me up a couple times. So it's 3 beats instead of 2. So and I just realized that in my cover video, when reviewing this song before the video, that I did actually not hear the part of this lick right. So I was playing when really it switches. So instead of I was playing. So I will correct that in the lesson, but for those of you who've watched the cover and maybe noticed, I've realized now, and we're going to teach it the right way. So yeah, so this, you're going to have to get used to that. It's going to be weird. And then this riff is also going to be a little weird as far as your left hand goes, for you right-handed players out there. It's a little bit of finger origami, if I'm being honest, because your pinky is staying on the 4th fret of G string. So I'll put that there right now. 4th fret of the G string. So the first part is going to be exactly like it's a B power chord. So 2nd fret A string, 4th on the D, and your pinky is 4th on the G. Pinky doesn't move. So you play A string, D string, G string, and now this is where it gets a little wonky. You play open A, and then you play 2nd fret D string, and your pinky still stays on the 4th of the G string. A string, D string, G string, the same way. And now you're going to go 4th fret on the E string, and now your first finger is staying on that 2nd fret, excuse me, of the D string, and pinky still there on the 4th of the G. And then you go open E, so 4th fret E, open E, and then you go again, open E, and then you play D string, G string, D string. So and another thing I want to mention is when you go to this, for those of you who maybe are a little bit more on the beginner side, don't worry about this part, but for those of you wanting to get a super clean sound out of this riff, when you switch to this 4th fret on the E string with your 3rd finger, you want to make sure you're muting that A string, because you've just played open A, and unless you mute it with your 3rd finger, it's going to keep ringing when you play that. So it's kind of crunchy like that because it's a half step between the two. So if you keep the A string ringing, it doesn't sound as good. But yeah, just another fine detail that I was working out when I learned the song. So when you come down to that 4th fret on the E string, I just kind of have my 3rd finger back a little bit so that I can mute that A string so that it doesn't sound wonky or anything. All right. And then that's one time through. So it goes 3 times through, and then it goes so. G chord, D power chord, A power chord, and then it goes through again. And now once you get to the A power chord this time, it's 8 beats. So let me turn it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And while the 8 beats are going, I'm turning my volume back up. Now I don't remember if I mentioned in the beginning, but the intro riff, that's going to be full volume, and that's how I did it in the video. I don't have a volume pedal or anything, so I can't really control that, but doing it with the guitar works fine. So I have full volume for the intro riff. For that riff I just finished, I go down to about 2 or 3. And then as soon as I get to this second set of the power chords, then I will turn the volume up while I'm waiting for those 8 beats. And then it goes back to... And now this part's going to continue on. So same riff as the intro. And same G chord, D chord, and instead of the D power chord, instead of the A power chord this time, you're going to go to an that E. It's like an E major, but you're muting the G string. So, and then back into the riff. Back to G, D, that E major without the G, and then G, D, A power chord, D power chord, A power chord. And then from there, and that part I played before is the bass line. I just wanted to give you guys the idea. So that is all I'm going to cover for this YouTube portion. I hope that it's made sense for you guys so far. If you guys have enjoyed what you've seen so far, I will post the whole lesson on my Patreon page, and I'll leave the link down below in the description box for you guys that want to check out the whole lesson. There's quite a few more parts to this song that I will be covering in there. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, I'd really appreciate that, and I'm always happy to hear any feedback you guys have and any comments or questions. And yeah, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I'll leave that link down below, because sometimes occasionally I'll do a cover on there of like a solo or something that I won't do the whole song on YouTube. So if you don't want to miss out on anything there, go follow that. You can send me a message there if you want, for those of you who have any questions. And for those of you sticking with YouTube, until next time, keep on rocking.